Mental health and depression can be such a monster working against us. It will also feel as if you have to walk on a lonely road where you feel invisible, and for some reason, it also seems like the deeper you suffer, the less you are understood or supported. That's a phenomenon I'm still trying to understand, but, anyways, it often feels like being stuck inside of a battle with your true self and this pain and struggles that doesn't define you as a person, but defines your energy, vitality, thinking patterns, faith, etc. It can often create a version of you that it's not your true self. This can have so many layers because it all starts from a place depending on our history, life experiences, etc. Everybody is different and there's different levels of its intensity. But I'm more specifically here to speak for those who suffer deeply. And even as a Christian, you know, it can also be extremely difficult and also lonely because not everyone is going to understand you or give you the fruitful and wise encouragement, no matter what labels or certificates they might be under. Not everyone wants to understand you because that's also a whole different thing. And the reason why, too, is because they don't even understand themselves or want to understand themselves in the first place. So, this type of people will not be able to give you what they don't have or will often cover their own ignorance with pride by giving these goofy answers instead of just admitting what they don't know. And others will just invalidate the cry of your soul and tell you to get over it, which just translates into I don't care about your feelings, your pain don't matter, and put it under the rug. This is a very wicked and common response from people that actually even contradicts the will of God for the life of our souls, which is to bring to clarity and process the pain, trauma, whatever our soul is calling out for. And eventually, even in a subconscious way, you will naturally or in a conscious way end up putting on a mask to avoid all this because it's like adding more pain on top of your pain. And by developing this defensive mechanism, it turns out in more isolation, loneliness, and it feels like a cold road to walk through because you will fear betraying yourself by giving the chance once again. Something we need to understand is that this battle is the alarm system of the soul, trying to tell you that something is not right. Something within your soul and even your life around you is not right because our nature in general, will react to when something unnatural against God's image is happening to us or has happened to us. That's the healthy side of it. A natural calling from God to feed your soul with living waters and its natural needs. But what most people will tell you, or try to do as well, is to put plasters on top of it instead of going to the root. And this is where you will also need to be wise and discern who you are opening up to because not everyone is willing to walk with you in this road and dig deeper. And yes, even those who hide behind labels, great names, certificates, but are not actually interested in moving the natural way or to truly consider you. And if some of these people mentioned tell you as their very first response and direction to go on pills and artificial things, feel free to question it because what they might be trying to do is once again to invalidate and shut down the natural cry of your soul with artificial happiness. And please, I want to make it clear that I am not against seeking professional help or even the use of medications at all. I believe it can truly help, but on the right case, and highly recommend it. But not all pain comes from the same place. There's real circumstances going on and chemical circumstances. It's about detecting what is actually going on. That's why I have mentioned about questioning when the very first response is going artificial, because we are real souls in a fallen world, crying crying out for everlasting life that can truly be found in your life giver, creator. You were made to receive love, acceptance, and nurture. These are needs of the soul, and the lack of it leads to crises of mental health most of the time and many other circumstances. Your body will respond. With everything being said, please don't be discouraged, because above all else, you have a God that knows you, sees you, loves you at all times more than anyone you will ever know. He is there to validate you. He is close to the brokenhearted and takes your life very seriously. You are here for a reason, and it's His will for you that you fulfill your purpose. There's always a better side of life waiting for you, especially when you give your life to Christ. He can restore your hope, your vitality, joy, and heal and fulfill the deepest holes and wounds of your soul, no matter what. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm not here to be cliche about God. I speak about what I have truly experienced with my own skin. And as someone who's been through all this that I have just shared, He healed me from so much that sometimes it almost feels as if nothing ever happened. We will never forget what is a part of our story, but the pain will go away when we surrender it to His hands. So consider praying to Him to lead you to the right help, professionals fit for your case, safe places, and people who are willing to do things in the right way. Big love.